Alright guys, we left off where we got that error, and I went ahead and did a couple things here. I went ahead and took the SD card out, and when you boot up here, you're going to have to hold the power button down and the home key at the same time. Just like that. And then let off. And it should load right up into CM7. Looks like you still get the original Nook Color, the guide on Andy, and it boots right into it. SD card's out, and the first thing you want to do is go directly to the Rom Manager after, of course, you've got online. So we'll go to settings, go up to, not that, wireless networks. Now, if you have problems getting on yours or having it disconnect, and it says disabled on it, try deleting it off, as in go here and then forget, and then if that doesn't work, go ahead and reset your Nook again, let it come back up. You don't have to do the home and the power button no more. From now on, it's just going to be home and then reboot or power down. So I'm connected to mine, and we're going to go back to the home page here, and we're going to go into the Rom Manager, and this is how you're going to install the Rom Manager on your internal. It says I got a mount card, so you have to put your SD in. Told you they're a pain. There we go. Okay. Sure it took. I hate that. It tells you put it in and then tells you to take it out. There, it says it's removed now. Put it back in, and it says it's going to check for errors now. Good. Just have one of those Nooks, I guess. So you're in the Rom Manager, and you're going to want to flash, do a flash on it, and it'll automatically update. Once it updates, you want to restart, of course, but you need to select your Nook in this process here. It's just below the LG E alley. So Nook Color, and what it does is you can see it running across there. This will install ClockworkMod on your drive, so when you restart, which is a good idea to do now, right after you install ClockworkMod, gonna do a restart. So hold that power button down, reboot, just do a regular reboot. Well, we got the SD card in it, so it's gonna boot into that, obviously. Let it boot up, I guess. Then we'll eject the card out. Yeah, I didn't think about it. Okay. Reboot it. See, we're in 3.028, and that's what we flashed. So it should boot up to what we want. And it does retain your settings, even though this is what you normally see. Now we still got the card in. And, it's not showing it, even though it's in. It's supposed to be up here in the SD side of things. Let me pop it out. Never mind. I already did take it out, didn't I? So forget that. Wireless networks. No, not that. So yeah, it still gets on. We're good. Good there. Okay. Now there's no card in it at all. I took it out. So let's just do a regular reboot. Regular reboot. So the power and the in button, hold them down once. This is the only time you'll have to do it when that error came up when it did. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do here is make sure that we can boot in the ClockworkMod. We could last time because we had this card. Now we don't have the card in there at all. So we'll go straight up to Rom Manager, and it says there has to be a card in there, but whatever. Rebooting to recovery. That's why I've clicked up to the top there, rebooting to recovery. So we'll hit OK. Of course that'll come up. And there you go. CM7 has now got your ClockworkMod Recovery on it. So for those of you who listened to me in the first place, which I don't know how many of you will, I've had all kinds of problems with it, but we got it back up. I put my old SD card back in because I did make a backup, and so what you'll do now is after you boot into ClockworkMod, go to backup and recovery and hit your home key, and then go to restore in the middle, hit your home key, and then the restoration file, which is right there. I only have one of them, so you're going to hit that, go to restore, yes, and hit your N key again. So this is just what the normal process looks like of restoring. That pretty much wraps it up. So that's how you can get around the registration process. And that's it, basically, just getting around it. Took a little bit of this and that and the other, a lot of troubleshooting tactics. But most of these that we've gone through are going to be the bulk of what you have wrong, or what goes wrong with your Nook during the process of its lifetime with you. So if you can get through this, then pretty much you can get through any future endeavors where you have any issues at all. More than likely you'll know how to do it all, and how to restore it, how to unbrick it, how to back it up and restore it, obviously. So I think that covers it. So like I said again, I'm gonna post up the links to all the files. If you have any questions, you can contact me just by posting or something like that. So, but that's how you hack it. And I do want to give thanks to all the guys out there that are on XDA and Nook devs. A lot of these guys ended up writing most of the techniques that I've taken in order to bypass the registration. Those guys are the ones that get a lot of credit for what they do. But I took the information off of 6 or 7 or 8 possibly different tutorials and wrapped it all up into one package to actually make this happen. I don't believe anybody else has made it an official document that states how to do it, or there's been no demonstrations on how to do it at all. So I'm pretty glad I was able to do this, to make my contribution. So with that said, guys, we'll talk to you later, and if you have any problems, just like I said, post them up. If you don't understand something, make a post and I'll see if I can respond to it. Other than that, check you later.